Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste, Jai Hind. I am Brigadier Vidyasagar. I served in the Indian Army for 32 years in Corps of Engineers and in Bombay Service. Retired in 2004 March. Since the last 17 years, I have been staying in Secunderabad. I am a member of an ex-servicemen association by name Tri-Services Ex-Servicemen Welfare Association, in short TSEWA. Now members of TSEWA and non-members of TSEWA also approached TSEWA requesting videos be made on some subjects of interest to them. Today's subject, what I am going to discuss, is about ACP and MACP for Defence Services personnel. ACP is Assured Career Progression. MACP is Modified Assured Career Progression. ACP was recommended by 5th CPC from January 96. MACP is nothing but an improvement over ACP recommended by 6th CPC from January 2006. So this is only applicable for JSOs and OR of the armed forces. This is my subject, what I am going to talk. ACP and MACP are also available for the central government civil employees also, but less than officer rank. Now, Assured Career Progression was sanctioned by Government of India by their letter dated 7th August 2003. Now, where is the requirement of ACP? This request of the central government employees below the officer rank came to the 5th CPC in 96. They said, "Sir, I am a driver. I continue to be a driver for next 30 years in the central government. I only get annual increments or my pay goes up by the Central Pay Commission. I don't get any promotion even after 30 years. Whereas officers get a promotion from time to time because there are vacancies. I have been denied a promotion because there is no vacancy in my ministry." The 5th CPC agreed with that demand and said, "We will give you 2 pay promotions." What does it mean? Because the government is unable to create additional vacancy and is not able to promote you, for no fault of yours, you are suffering. So we will give you pay. We can't give you promotion. But this is known as a pay promotion. As long as you get a pay of higher grade. For example, in the case of army, very easy for me to explain. If you are a Sipahi and you don't get promotion to the rank of a Nayak, even if you served for 15 years, it is no fault of yours because there is no vacancy in your unit. So we will give you pay of a Nayak, but you will continue to be a Sipahi because it's not a promotion in actual essence. It is only pay promotion. It is something like what the central government Group A officers are getting, known as the NFFU, non-functional financial upgradation. That means you be in the post of a director but get the pay of a joint secretary. It is like that. It is. Now, 5th CPC recommended every central government employee, whether he is a civilian or a defence service personnel, must get 2 pay promotions. First promotion, 10 years, if he is not promoted. And if he continues not to be promoted, he continues to be Sipahi, then if he puts in 20 years service, in the case of army, we have administrative trades like cook, masalji, waiter, washerman, safaiwala, barber, tailor, equipment boot repairer. These are all administrative trades. They have to serve till 20 years to get a pension. So they are able to get 2 pay promotions, whereas Sipahi gets only 1 pay promotion. Suppose if you are a Nayak, you have become Nayak at the service of 5 years from the date of enrollment. Then you put another 10 years, that means total 15 years from the time of enrollment. For next 5 years, you draw the pay of a Havaldar. This is known as a pay promotion, but you will continue to be a Nayak. Similarly for Havaldar, you become a Havaldar at service of 10 years. Suppose you serve for another 10 more years, then you get, after completing 20 years from the date of enrollment, pay of a Naib Subedar. When you retire, you get the pension of a Naib Subedar. Very good. But government said that we will give you only from 7th August 2003. Now there is one gentleman by name, he may be JCO, he may be Havaldar, I do not know. His name is Balbir Singh Turn, P-U-R-N. He saw another case of military service pay. Military service pay was given by 6th CPC because they felt Sipai to the rank of a brigadier in the armed forces are drawing less pay than their civilian counterparts. They said, we have to compensate, we have to bridge this gap. So we will give them MSP. So originally officers were to get MSP of 8,000 rupees per month and JSOs were to get only 1,000. But it is very unfair to have such a vast gap. So the service headquarters recommended to the pay commission, you reduce the officers' MSP from 8 to 6,000 and give for the JSOs who are MSP of 2,000. So whether you are a Sipai, whether you are a brigadier, you get MSP. But government, by the time it accepted all the recommendations of the 6th CPC, it came September 2008. Now government said that now it is September 2008, we gave MSP only from September 2008. Some intelligent officers, JSOs who are questioned this rationale. They say government has accepted to increase the pay from January 2006. MSP is also pay, military service pay. Why MSP should be given from September 2008? That means for the year 2006, year 2007, that means 24 months and 8 months of 2008, that means 32 months we have lost MSP. So they went to AFT. The AFT said, yes, you are absolutely correct. MSP is pay. If a basic pay is to be given from January 2006, MSP also has to be given from 2006. So the government was forced to give MSP, but government, as you know, will not keep quiet. They went to Supreme Court. Unfortunately, Supreme Court told the government, unfortunately for the serving soldiers, sorry, there is no legal infirmity in the judgment of the AFT. You give them MSP also from January 2006. Now, I fast forward, again in 2006, MACP was to be given again from September 2008. Balbir Singh Tone, maybe a JCO, maybe a Havaldar, he said if MSP is given from January 2006, why not MACP also from January 2006? So he went along with so many people to AFT, I think it is AFT Chandigarh. AFT Chandigarh, I'm not very sure, I think AFT Chandigarh, they gave a judgment saying, no, MACP is also pay. If a Sipai is going to get a pay of a Nayak, how can you deny it from 1st January 2006? You give along with the pay MACP also from January 2006. The government is forced to issue, and this case was filed in 2016, and very recently, I think 2017 or 18, finally the Supreme Court gave a judgment, and in 2018, the government issued an amendment. MACP will also be given to Sipai to Subedar Major if they have not got any promotion. Of course, the Havaldar, Naib Subedar, Subedar Major may not get affected because they already got 2 promotions. It is only for those who have not got any promotion or only 1 promotion. So they got it. Now, while I was doing a research, I came to know this ACP, the government has done the same trick. by not giving from January 2006, but from January 1996, they delayed it 2003. Now what is the effect? The effect is those Sipais and Naiks who retired prior to 6th August 2003, that is before 7th August 2003, they retired as a Sipai only. They did not get the benefit of a Naik or Havaldar. So in the war OP they will be Sipai, in 7th CPC they will be Sipai, 8th CPC they will be Sipai. When he dies, his wife also will get the pension of a Sipai only. Similarly, Naik, who could have got pay of a Havaldar, because he retired before 7th August 2003, in the war OP also he is only Naik. In 7th CPC is a Naik. The difference between a Naik and Havaldar is substantial, maybe 600, maybe 800. So for so many months from January 96 to 2003, see how many years? 4 plus 2, 6 years and 7 months. I explained this. Next. I told you this is something like NFFU of the central government Group A officers. You serve like a director but get the pay of a joint secretary. If someone refuses promotion, I don't think it applies in the army. Everybody wants promotion. By any chance, if there is somebody who wants to retire because he has some domestic problem, he says, sir, I don't want ACP, then you will not get ACP benefit. You retire as a Sipai only. Next. So I explained to you, this is also a pay. So the pay should have been given from January 1996, not from 7th August 2003. So all those Sipais and Naiks and Havaldars who could have got ACP, but they unfortunately retired before 7th August, they are denied this benefit of ACP, which is unfair. Next. There is another condition. For example, if one gets a promotion, regular promotion, then he will get one more ACP. Now in this case, let us say the Sipai is enrolled on 10th of October 85. 85 to 2003 is more than 10 years. So automatically he becomes a ACP Naik. That means he is Sipai only, but gets the pay of a Naik. In the case of a Navy, he is a leading seaman. In the case of Air Force, it is a corporal. That is the next promotion. Then they said 20 years from the date of your enrollment or 10 years from 10th October 2005, you will get one more. So what will happen? Either it will be 10 October 2005, you will get a second ACP. That is, you become Havaldar. In the case of Navy, PO. In the case of Air Force, you become a sergeant. For purpose of pay only. And naturally pension also of that of your ACP rank. Next. In the army, we have time scale ranks of time scale Naik, time scale Havaldar. But once you get a ACP, this is not applicable because you have become an ACP Naik. Appointment pay we have in the army, Lance Naiks and Lance Havaldars. It is just a senior most guy who does well. To give him encouragement, we make him a Lance Naik, paid, unpaid. But he makes one more PT, so he is happy. Without any PT, you are a Sipai, but if you have one PC, you are a Lance Naik. That means you are a senior guy. You can command other 9 people of your section. Now you see what happens. If a Sipai is promoted as a Naik, in this case, let us say, he was, Sipai is granted ACP on 7th August 2003 as per the government letter. He put in 10 years service. That means he joined possibly in 1992 and 93. Now later, he is promoted, regular promotion of a Naik. So now what happens? He is a Naik on 10th September 2003, maybe after 1 month he became a regular Naik. And for this period, for 3 days, he will get ACP Nayak pay, that is pay of a Nayak. But from 10th September, he will become a regular Nayak. That means he will continue to wear the rank of a Nayak and perform the duties of a Nayak. But if he continues to serve in the army for another 10 more years, then he will get ACP Havaldar. So from 10th September 2003, he is a regular Nayak. Next. So generally in the ACP, whenever a Sipahi became ACP Nayak, to distinguish between a regular Nayak who is wearing 2 PTs and a soldier without any PT but still drawing the pay of a Nayak. So they said, you are a regular Nayak, you perform the duties of a Nayak. No, you are only a Sipahi, but we gave you pay promotion, so you are only soldier. But to distinguish between you, we call you Nayak ACP. Similarly, you are a regular Havaldar, but in this case you are a ACP Havaldar. That means you wear the rank of a Nayak, perform the duties of a Nayak, but draw the pay of a Havaldar. Whereas this guy who has been promoted as a Havaldar, he will perform the duties of a Havaldar, Platoon Havaldar, CQMH, RHM, like that. On retirement, these ACP promoted people like ACP Nayak will draw the pay of a Nayak. ACP Havaldar will draw the pay of a Havaldar. But this is not automatic. Please don't think anybody and everybody becomes ACP Nayak and ACP Havaldar. There are certain criteria, even the civil average grading in the ACRs, and you are not involved in disciplinary cases. So you should not have been involved in a disciplinary case. Like in the army, we have called red ink entries, black ink entries. A serious offense you commit, you get a red ink entry. A minor offense you commit, you get a black ink entry. Maybe there are some, okay, you can earn 2 red ink entries, still you will get a benefit of ACP. But if you have 3, then sorry, no, you will not get ACP. There are certain conditions for ACP also. Next. Now, rightful ACP is what I want to talk to you. This is where I also came to know about this rightful ACP yesterday when I was doing a bit of a research about ACP. Now, 5th CP is the one who recommended, because the people are not getting promoted because of the stagnation, lack of vacancies, give them some benefit, compensation, and that is a pay promotion. So you can't promote a driver to next level. Give him a pay of that next level. In the case of a Sipahi, give him pay of a Nayak. In the case of a Nayak, give him a pay of a Havaldar. At least he is happy. At least मुझे कम से कम तो तनख्वाह मिल रही है ना. ACP is paid to compensate for the stagnation which I just now mentioned. But Government of India, on the advice of the Accounts Department, you got Indian Accounts and Audit Service, IAAS, and in the army you have Defense Accounts Department. These people, in the name of ensuring government money is not frittered away, always say we are saving the exchequer. So what do? They deny a legitimate benefit. So if 5th CPC is recommended, if the government has accepted basic pay to be given from January 1996, and here you are calling this as a pay, this pay you want to give from 7th August 2003. What is the crime the people have committed, which I explained to you? So, if that's how the responsibility officers come into play now. It is we who should tell this Sipahi to Havaldar, look here, MSP has been originally sanctioned on September 2008. People went to court. They got it from January 2006. Balbir Singh Turn, who was told that you will get MACP only from September 2008, he went to Supreme Court. He got the benefit from January 2006. So why don't you also go to AFT, gather 100 people, 200, 1000, and tell them, look, like in the MACP, Please give us the ACP benefit from January 1996 only. Why only after so many years? 4 plus 2, that means 6 years and 7 months. It's very unfair. This I mentioned to you, Balbir Singh Turun case, they got MACP from January 2006, not from 2008. Next. Now what happens? Now you see the case of those Sipais and Nayaks, maybe Havaldar. Even if they put in 10 years service, but unfortunately retired before 7th August 2003, they are not eligible for ACP. They will continue to be Sipai in the War OP, in the 7th CPC, in the 8th CPC, till he dies. Then his widow also will get only the pension of a Sipai. This is the injustice. So there is a loss of pension. Suppose had he been given a benefit of ACP from January 96, he would have become a Nayak. He would have drawn the pay of a Nayak, though he doesn't wear the rank of a Nayak. And his widow on his death will get the pension of a Nayak. Now you have deprived them. Now let us see what is the financial effect. Next. Now you see what is the loss he suffered. Because you did not give him the benefit of ACP, he continued to be Sipai even after retired in the period before 7th August 2003. So had he been given an ACP rank, he would have become a Nayak from January 96. He would have got a pay of a Nayak. So what is the loss he suffered? This is the difference, pay of a Nayak and a pay of a Sipai. Because he is denied ACP, he gets the pay of a Sipai only and pension of a Sipai on his retirement. Whereas had you given him ACP from 96, he would have got a pay of a Nayak. And this pay of a Nayak would have given him a higher pay in the War OP, in the higher pay in the 7th CPC, higher pay in the 8th CPC. You deprived him of all these benefits. Now the same case, Nayak, he could have got one more promotion, got a pay of a Havaldar. So what is the loss? The loss is he draws only pay of a Nayak because you did not give him ACP. So this is the loss. It could be 800, 900, 1000 rupees per month. Then add dearness relief. Havaldar PO sergeant, suppose if they were in the service and they had enough time to get one more rank. So this is pay of a Nayak Sundar minus pay of a Havaldar. That much he has lost because he is not eligible for ACP. Next. So let us just work out. Not that the government will accept. It all depends upon if people go to the AFT, win the case, like Balbir Singh Turun, then they go to Supreme Court, win there. This is likely to be the thing. See, if a Sipai was not granted ACP in the War OP, because that is the time we know the pay and other things, so Sipai would get 6,665. Suppose if the Sipai was given ACP benefit from 96, in the War OP he draws the pay of a Nayak, that is 7170. So it is 505 rupees. For a Sipai it's a big amount. And how many months? From July 2014 to December 2015 is 18 months. So he will get the rates of 9,090 plus dearness relief. Now you take from January 2006, next War OP hopefully is going to come from July 2019. So for this many months, 3 years and 6 months, that is 42 months, he will get arrears of 54,516. A Sipai will get. This is what you have deprived him. Imagine the number of Sipais who retire. Next. Now you take the case of a Nayak. You deprive him the benefit of a Havaldar because you did not give him ACP. So what is the difference? 625 rupees he lost every month. For only 18 months this much. For 42 months this much. 67,000 rupees, 452, you will get arrears, which is due. Next. Now in the case of a Havaldar, he would have got pay of Nayak Sundar had ACP been given. He lost 1,621 per month for 18 months, 29,178. This zero is extra. In the case of period in the 7th CPC, he has lost 1,74,972. This loss keeps on growing in the subsequent CPCs. Next. Now we have direct entry Havaldars in the army. They are from the Army Education Corps. They are graduates. Then they join the army as a direct entry Havaldar. This guy could become a Naib Subedar and Subedar, 2 promotions if he is not promoted. I don't have to again tell you how much he would have got. He would have got, again it is a wrong figure, 3,60,730. Zero is missing here. That is the amount he would have got. Next. And in the case of, we have another category known as the direct entry JCOs, who are diploma holders in the Corps of Engineers and EME and Signals. They do diploma in engineering and then join. So those people could have got 2 more promotions if they were not promoted. So this is the amount he has lost, 5,81,365 for this period. Now in this period he has lost 96,948. Next. This is how the Defense Accounts Department tell the government, sir, इनको ऐसा हम नहीं देंगे, कोर्ट में जाने दो, 10 साल के बाद जीतने दो, फिर देखा जाएगा. Now it is almost 25 years, 96 to 2021. Just imagine, 25 years. I don't know whether the Supreme Court will accept such a old case.